Actually JFDM.
Hey everybody, real quick update here. We played a short session of Draw Steel tonight because one of the players was unable to be there. One of the other players ran his character and did a pretty good job. But in a twist of fate, Wido Longhole, the troubadour, Polder troubadour, was killed by a were-rat abomination. I took the werewolf solo stat block and sort of tweaked it to be more rat-like, reduced its HP a little, increased its speed, changed some of its abilities to sort of fit like a Skaven-y rat ogre type vibe. And all in all, it worked out pretty well. All the players afterwards, they were surprised at how much damage this thing was doing, which solos do a lot of damage. And I was even using the thing that I heard was going to be the update that makes it so that it was either solos no longer get 2 turns in a round, or maybe it's that they don't take 2 actions on their turn, but they still get 2 turns. Either way, their damage is cut in about half. So I did 1 activation with 2 actions as opposed to like 2 activations. So either one is going to be close to what I think is going to be put into print. And even still doing that, it's pretty hard. The way that the troubadour died was the were-rat abomination came in and clawed him, which pushed him right into the wall. He was standing next to the wall. It's like this kind of rickety wooden wall. And so it rolled, I think I rolled like a mid-tier result. It did a pretty good amount of damage, but because it was a push 3 and he has a 0 stability, it broke the wooden wall, which did 3 damage to him, and he got basically just got punched through the wall and died.
I'll do what I can, but in my experience, twice shredded is fairly permanent.
There's like a kind of a weird situation where between the end of the last fight with the Rat Pack and them interrogating their prisoners and coming to this farmhouse, this abandoned farmhouse, to actually try to attract this beast that stalks the land with the bait that they got, they in some cases neglected to use their recoveries. So, partway through the fight, I was like, well, I mean, if you would have used a recovery, by all means, like, use it. I didn't intend to not let you do anything. Like, I wanted you to use your recoveries. I just didn't realize you hadn't used them after the last fight. The shadow went down basically almost instantly. He only has like 21 HP, and I think he started the fight with 18, so he said he wouldn't have used another recovery because it was only 3 HP. But he walked up to the were-rat, or the rat abomination as I was calling it, and got like the triggered action of taking 5 damage and getting knocked prone. But he like halved that damage and teleported, and then he like stabbed a little bit, and then this rat abomination just basically turned and went bite, claw, dead. So yeah, maybe it's 1 action in a turn and then 2 separate turns, so that way it sort of spreads it out, other people can get in, and sort of that way it would give the heroes a chance to sort of react to taking a big chunk of damage before they just get damage, and they can't really do anything about that. So if I run another solo, I'll probably run it in that way, just to test the difference, kind of like I did with the different numbers of minions. After that fight, they still won. They lost Wido Longhole, the troubadour, but they did win the fight. They managed to overcome this thing. I think it was sometime in the 3rd round. Before this thing could do its 3rd villain action, they managed to down it. So it was deadly, but they won. And so now they're going to take Wido's body back to Broads, which is not that far from this plot of land they were given. They're going to respite. They accumulated like 3 victories, so they're going to trigger that into XP, and it'll give us a chance to have Wido's player bring in a new character now. That'll be interesting. I think he's making a Fury, so we'll have a barbarian, if you will, in the party, which should be fun and exciting. It sounds like they can do a lot of damage, which is exciting. No other real way to put it. In other news, I do think the Null player has got his wedding's coming up, and he's got a lot going on at work, so I think he is dropping out. So this is also an opportunity for that character to stay in town. So there's some flux happening with the party, but that's okay. We just roll with it and do what we got to do so we can keep testing this game and having a lot of fun with it. So thanks for joining me on this one. A little quick update. Next week should be a more full-length episode. We'll see you on the next one.